goddamn job.
Yep. Chat's back. Let's see if. Sick. Just sending another email to Comcast. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay. Yeah, it looks like resetting my gateway fixed it. So it is just another case of after like a few minutes, just resetting it fixes it. So like at least that's good. We're back like, you know, pretty quickly, but still kills viewership every time, man. I hope we can get that fixed soon. I'm so fucking pissed. God, no end. Allegedly August is when they have to fix the thing. So we will see if they do, but let's get back to Joe for now. Thank you for the resub, Keen Green Bean. Apologies if that did not pop up on stream.
Pass this thing by.
Yeah,
the two starches
you know,
together.
it's one of those things, like, because if it does come to August and it's not done, I just will have to go to court.
Like,
and that's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
Let the web guy help.
I don't want
why
to.
not? He's not really doing anything else, is he? It's the large amount of cheese that they put on this thing that keeps it
I
from
do
being
need the side
too
stream now.
starchy.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not really sure why they put French fries in it with the mashed potatoes. I really don't think it does anything for the taste. And the chicken nuggets actually made out of real bread.
Yo, let me get this fixed. No, I already went to the FCC and gone through all of them. Nope, we already did that part, sadly. It got to the point where they're like, yep, we'll have a project that'll get that done in August. We can't do anything faster, and we can't do reimbursements until that is done. Thank you for subbing. Comcast sucks. All right. Well, let's get back to it. Thank you, Six Penguins, as well. Thank you, everybody. This is, God, it's so stressful. Like, you check so many times, you know, and then just they go and say, like, well, we don't have any records of saying we said that, which is like, that's so convenient that you didn't keep records of you offering me something you couldn't give me. Awesome.
Breast meat kind of make this into a semi-tolerable, savory little snack. Let's not forget about Shadow Joe. He's been a little bit testy lately. So let's go ahead and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle box.
Joe, stop trying to become the nostalgia critic and making your own fucking characters. You're
Yeah.
a food viewer.
The Joe is
I don't know
hungry
what characters he's
sneak-a-doodle
trying to
box.
make
Fork in
either,
hand.
because it's just
Sneak-a-doodle
Joe
bite.
again.
Number one. Sneak-a-doodle bite. Sneak-a-doodle bite. Number two. Sneak-a-doodle bite. Number three.
You think you can kind of try and keep that in your mouth?
Look, do you want to start doing this? I'm just about up to here.
Disgusting. Pig boy.
Start again.
Like, especially because, like, him roasting himself, I don't know, it just doesn't seem funny to me, right? Like, it doesn't seem like it's coming
not.
from a place of, like, goofs. It's coming from a place of, like, legitimate self-hate.
It's like the
Definitely
same
got
bit
texture,
every
A
time,
little bit
too.
starchy.
That's
cheese
the
kinda
other
make-
thing, yeah, is it's like, it was funny the first time, and then it just got, like, super predictable, because it's just every time, like, oh, shut up, dummy, or something, like, yelling at each other. It can never be like, if he wanted to make me die laughing, what he would do is, like, take the time to line up where the edge of the frame is on both and, like, high-five himself at the end. That would be fucking hysterical. If he was just like, yeah, Joe, yeah, like, that would be awesome, but...
Except for a little bit. I caught a little bit of a heat in there somewhere. I don't know if that was a one-time thing.
Oh my God, is it too spicy?
It's KFC!
The KFC with no spice in it is too spicy for Joe. Oh my God.
Let's move on with this video.
Well, after we got together, talked it through, kissed and made up, shared some secrets. We decided that this thing actually does travel relatively well. You can take it home, throw it in the fridge, leave it overnight, microwave it. It might be a little bit starchy, but it'll still be okay. So now it's time to give this thing a score. If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is that all too familiar slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food hell. So let's go ahead and give this the number that it truly deserves.
All right, we don't bet on this anymore, but what do we think?
He seemed like he liked it for the most part.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna say like
the only thing it felt like he hated is like how it didn't look like the picture and there was a little heat. I'm gonna say 7.2. I think
it's probably gonna be like a high 7.
It's just like
KFC.
So boring and so basic, and that's like his perfect thing.
I was gonna say
2 starches? Really?
2 starches? Since when are you a little prince who cares about the number of starches in your fucking meal? What is this new twist? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Oh, there's 2 starches in my bowl. There's 2 starches in my bowl.
At least you had the good sense to put a...
Also, what are the 2 starches? Does he mean potato and potato?
Potato and fry, I guess.
Put a cheese on it to try to mask that.
3 cheeses I sleep, 2 starches, real shit. There's 2 of them.
As far as execution, I can see no faults
Joseph
there.
is hungry. Born on a Monday, ordered on Tuesday, temp checked on Wednesday, snickerdoodle on Thursday, ate spice on Friday, died
I
on
forgot
Saturday,
the nutritional
food hell on Sunday.
facts.
Anyway.
No.
That was the end of Joseph
This
is
isn't a
hungry.
bad snack.
Thank
I kind of
you.
like it. So,
Wait, did he call it a snack?
this isn't a bad snack.
Yeah, I called it a snack.
Hey, Kobuddy, can you look up how many calories are in the KFC smashed bowl with potato nuggets or with potato bowl with nuggets? Because
Yeah, sure.
they're still not on there. He said at the start, didn't he? 760? Okay, yeah, 760.
Yeah, okay.
A 760 calorie snack.
Yeah.
Pretty big snack. Joe? I'm a 250 pound body. I'm like a lifter. That's not a snack, bro. That's too
I kind of
big.
like it. So, KFC.
Is it a daddy snack? Ooh. That would require me confirming Joe as a daddy, and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that.
5.9. That is my number.
What?
This is-
Yeah, I forgot the nutritional info thing. You have to remember, Kobuddy, if he has to deal with a human being and they don't immediately give the little prince everything he wants immediately, he immediately takes off like a 1.5. That's pretty classic. Yeah, the nutritional info thing just fucking set him off so bad. It's so much.
He complained about barely anything about the actual product.
That's right, Kobuddy. He hated it. Kuyashi, etc.
What?
Oh. Showing a TikTok of some kids watching his videos on a bed.
Oh.
Okay. Sure. Speaking of which, hey, exclamation point TikTok. If I hit 1,000 follows over there, I'm going to do the worst TikTok stream imaginable, which is I am just going to sit and read an entire engineering book. I just want to make the ultimate de-stimming video for everybody who's got too stimmed up on TikTok and they need an enclave. I will bore the shit out of you. Don't worry. I'm not cutting soap at all. I'm not playing with slime. I'm just going to read how to figure out the thermal properties of steel. Home of the Whooper. Casey Green didn't deserve this. Do I have mine?
Motherfucker, did you just pour Coke into a mug?
Yeah. Yeah, Diet Coke into a mug. It gets the cadmium out and into him faster when he's drinking out of his Garfield mug, you know? You gotta get that.
At the Joe is Hungry channel, where not cooking to order is not only a way of life, but a practicing religion right here within the city limits of...
Hold on.
Not cooking to order is not only a way of life, but a practicing religion right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia.
Is he mad that food isn't always cooked to order at fast food places?
Yes.
How do you spend so much of your life engaging with one thing and just like never figure out the basics or the core conceits of it? I think that's what's amazing to me is like even people who go into things with the core conceit being like they are bad at it and they're trying to, you know, engage with it end up learning something by the end of it. Like that's not a terribly uncommon idea for like a show series is here's an uneducated or a person who's new to the field. Here's how, you know, they figured out anything by being exposed to it. And Joe has been doing this for years and like has learned just nothing, man.
I want to start off for wishing a belated, very special happy birthday to Twitch streamer Joe Bartolozzi. I'm sorry I missed your birthday. It'll go...
God, you little cloud slut!
Immediately on my Google Calendar, and it will never happen again.
They had an M at the end of their follower count, so I'm gonna suck their dick a little.
Amy, Caution, Matt, Max, Hudson, Katie, and Kevin. I'm gonna wish a very special birthday shout out to each and every one of you. When I did the food poll yesterday, I thought for sure everybody would jump on the walleye fish sandwich, but you should.
No one wants to see you be a fish bitch, Joe. Yo, thanks, Ryan. Thanks, bud.
Be told he moves and talks all right for an animated slab of spam.
That's how you know someone's an author. You know, they come in here with, they move and talk like an animated slab of spam, and you're like, damn, that's really good. That's great writing. I'm in there. I'm in the mental space. You painted me a picture.
That you all had different plans. However, the people.
Wait, hold on. What was that? Did he just Bojack himself?
You all. Everybody would jump on the walleye fish sandwich, but you should have seen the look on my face when I...
He put himself in a damn TV. It would appear he's been Yu-Gi-Oh'd. He got put in a tape. No, they put Joe is hungry. That's right, Yu-Gi boy. I've put your favorite food tuber into a tape. Come fight me in Duel Kingdom if you want to free him. Then Yugi's like, I actually don't know if I give a shit.
And I must obey and head over to Burger King to check out.
Just to be clear, that's Yugi, not the Pharaoh, because the Pharaoh doesn't sound like that. The Pharaoh's like this. You know, two different characters. Really important.
This gastronomic.
Yu-Gi-Oh is an old series where they played No, sorry.
It's still ongoing, just not with, you know,
not with
the
Yugi.
little guy, the Pharaoh.
Yeah, now it's like, I mean, last time I checked in on Yu-Gi-Oh, I was dying laughing because it was two people riding motorcycles in a race, but also having a card duel, which was confusing because they had to be next to each other while they played cards. But playing certain cards adjusted the speed level they were at, but they always were next to each other, but they had different speeds. So what the fuck?
Beef patty, tomato lettuce, and crispy onions, creamy garlic aioli, Burger King's own bacon jam, brown sugar candy bacon, all on a Burger.
God, I don't trust Burger King to make bacon jam that isn't somehow just like a weird red high fructose corn syrup with like salt in it.
King sesame seed bun. Each one.
What the fuck was that read of sesame? Sesame
Bacon
seed.
jam, brown sugar candy bacon, all on a Burger King sesame seed bun. Each one of these Candy Baker Whoppers weighs in at 850 calories. I have the full nutritional information on the screen and in the description below. Each a la carte burger will put you closer to insolvency with.
What was the information on this?
On the screen.
850 calories for a Whopper sucks because that is like, at least it's 40 grams of protein, so it is like a reasonable amount, but like, holy shit, 72.
Yeah.
Wait, so their carbohydrates aren't even counting sugar? Unless they put sugar alcohols in it. Because like sugar is a carbohydrate and fiber you subtract from carbohydrates for net. So like, sugar plus fiber should be more than the carbohydrate count. They're doing some wizard shit on this burger, and it still has a gram of sodium in there.
and in the description below. Each a la carte burger will put you closer to insolvency with a charge of $6.99. Make it a medium combo for $11.29 before taxes in Georgia. As we already know, Burger King, along with a lot of other places,
There's sodas with less sugar than this burger. Yeah, absolutely.
refuse to divulge their serving weights. And Burger King, there is no hiding here at the Joe is Hungry channel because we keep records from previous videos so we can keep the people informed. The Spider-Verse Whopper had an average weight of 10.67 ounces or 302 grams.
This is like the kind of thing that I would post to be like, look, everybody, my uncle on Facebook is just too far gone. I'm sorry. Stop telling me he's a content creator. I know. I don't want to work with him. Please stop telling me my uncle makes content. I fucking know.
Informed. The Spider-Verse Whopper had an average weight of 10.67 ounces or 302 grams. The Southwest Bacon Whoppers had an average weight of 10.86 ounces or 308 grams.
Also, are you measuring the whole burger with the toppings? Because that's going to be a different weight than the new ones. Because they have different toppings. Joe?
You take those numbers, add them all up, average them out, do a little bit of fuzzy cat math, you come up with a preliminary, and I do stress preliminary, 65 cents an ounce. But we won't really know for sure.
Oh, he's going to pee his pants. This burger's going to weigh like an ounce less than he expects. He's going to pee himself to fucking death, dude.
Until later in the video when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual real fast food price per ounce. So let's face the music, see what the bacon gods have in store, and roll the drive-through ad.
Burger King in Cartersville, Georgia.
Whoa, my God.
What the fuck was that? Joe, what the fuck was that? I'm so out of line with my desk. I'm just a big head at a desk right now. Joe, what the fuck, man? What is this? I'm sorry, can I get another hit of this? Can I get one more of this?
Burger King in Cartersville, Georgia.
I can't.
Joe, you need to find a better source of royalty-free music.
What can I get for you?
Bro.
3 candied bacon whoppers.
You can't be doing hyper pop, Joe. You're not, you don't do enough. You're too old and you don't do enough drugs. Like, you have to be one or the other, man. I'm sorry. Them's the breaks.
Yes, ma'am.
What else for you?
That's all.
All right, it's going to be $29.92, second window.
Thank you very much.
Do you think? It's like I'm thinking. I'm like, Joe, you need to at least be on Adderall to listen to this. And then I thought I was like, Joe used to be so much slower, but no, it's just TikTokification. There's no way this man's ever had an Adderall. I refuse.
I've got my candied bacon.
Ooh, this is dire.
Would you rather listen to Crazy Frog or that, buddy?
That.
I'm like thinking pretty hard because I don't know. Like, I might take Crazy Frog, honestly, because like it's annoying, but it's at least like one annoying guy, or I guess one annoying thing, as opposed to, a lot of shit. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, we'll get Joe on that criminal need a hug.
Pull off to the side and go ahead and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
Then again, whenever I think about like Crazy
Donating
Frog
to the
now,
Please
I
Get
mean,
Joe Better Royalty
I just
Free
think about
Music
Yodeling
Fund.
Frog, and that kind of colors my perception of everything.
Understandable. You know what? I need to start making a playlist of the Toho Eurobeat stuff, because that's like public license. It's cool because it's made by, indie creators, and it's still Eurobeat. Because there's times I just really need to put on some Eurobeat while Joe edits himself going quickly around a corner,
Candied bacon whopper number 1 is 150.3 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, he's so mad because a burger isn't
gonna
hot
get
the
so
whole
mad.
way. Yeah. Also, it's Burger King, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Burger King hasn't made good food in like a decade. Like, they just fucking forgot, I think. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to Burger King. I remember that shit being so good. They had one kid who had like a visor because he couldn't see, and one kid in a wheelchair, and they made the good fries and the good chicken nuggets. That's all I fucking know. I wasn't part of the BK club, but that was just because I wasn't fucking cool enough, and I was okay with that. I understood it. They were above me, and that was okay. But now, Holy shit, like so bad now. The food is terrible. Like it's insane. Even I remember even when I was doing like super hardcore keto stuff, there would be times where they had it was like double stackers or something. I can't remember what they were calling it, but they had like some little, you know, bespoke little burgers they did. And I would order those without like buns or anything. And it still was like, ugh, these are really bad burgers.
Candy bacon Whopper 2 is 149.0 degrees Fahrenheit.
And even if you do get a burger with bread, like their buns take up like 90% of the taste.
Pleasantly surprised me today, even though I know you probably didn't cook these things to order.
Wait, are you okay
What?
with
Hold
150
on.
now? Because 150 used to be like, I'm going in there with my thermo probe and I'm seeing how warm their internals are by stabbing them with the probe. Like, and I was like, 150? Ah, that's good. That's about right. That's like kind of what a burger should be. It's like ballpark.
Take these things all apart, see what's inside, head back to the studios and
do the Joe is Hungry weight test. And as in every video, we take off for the...
I almost wonder what would be worse, like dehydrated McDonald's or dehydrated Burger King. Like, what would be the worst dehydrated fast food burger? Oh, no. I just came up with a donation incentive. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, you did, buddy.
I did. Okay. Dehydrated burger test. Does that mean I have to make a burger and dehydrated burger I make too? See if homemade is better? All right. Yeah. I'm trying to think how many burger places I have by me close. I would have to drive a little bit, but that's fine. For donation incentives?
Packaging, so you know we're on the level, we're doing it right, and set the chair on the scales.
He just doesn't get what people like are mad about.
Candy bacon number 1 is 9.40 ounces. Candy bacon number 2 is 10.40 ounces. Bacon jam number 3 weighs in at 9.95 ounces or 282 grams. Well, the weights are a little bit off, but they're really not that bad. So today, Burger King, I'm gonna let you pass the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test.
This is always what it's going to be for me. When like as an engineer, I can't deal with the fact that he like tries to use engineering or science as a defense because he gets all these numbers, gets all these measurements, and then goes, I think this is fine. And it's like, no. The point of measurements is that you can then like put a line and you can have like a defined like for burgers, this temperature to this temperature is acceptable. And then the audience doesn't have to guess how has Joe had a good shit this morning. They can just know based on the value as opposed to being like, Joe's had a particularly good dump this morning. He's feeling great. So like big points all around.
Now, if you compare these weights to some of the other specialty burgers I've done in the past, it looks like we might be having a little bit of Whopper downsizing going on. We really don't know for sure.
The other ones were
honestly,
like
that's probably fair.
Also, that probably, that's another case of like Joe just doesn't understand why it's happening.
Burger King doesn't give us any serving weights. So, if you add them all up, average them out, do the math, you come up with a high, middle of the road, 70 cents an ounce. So now it's time to do.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be. I almost wonder, this is another one that I would like to see like put on a graph and see if like maybe Joe just accidentally just tracked inflation, you know?
Joe's Hungry. Big reveal.
Okay, no, this is like picking your bike in Jet Moto 2 for the PlayStation. Like, what the fuck is this song?
That's a lot of bun. Yeah, welcome to Burger King burgers.
Yup. Also, the real highlight of Burger King burgers. Yum. Wow, those grill marks look so real. I bet it was on a real grill. Yum. For the record, this looks terrible. I already hate grill marks because grill marks usually, for most burgers, if you cook it properly all the way through, all you do is you've created some parts where you burnt it a little bit. But these in particular are just like egregiously baked on, yeah? Or painted on. Learn a new move. Would you be impressed if Joe came out and like tossed the knife in the air and like caught it behind his back? Because that would impress me. I would think that was sick. Or like,
Yeah, I'd just be worried he'd hurt himself.
oh no, I wouldn't be worried he'd hurt himself. And by that I mean I don't care if he does. Not as in like I want him to actively be harmed. It's just him being harmed doesn't affect my life in any way, shape, or form. So it would not bother me either way. It would be sick if he caught it, and if he got hurt, that would also be pretty fun to watch. I just want him to try. I want him to live.
Oh!
Yeah, now that's a Burger King burger, baby. That's the stuff. Yum, 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 yum. I love seeing the emulsion. the emulsion of the beef. Hooray.
This is what it looks like, and this is what it's actually supposed to look like.
Like, I feel like food photography burgers are like the fakest too, because they have to like put supports under each layer.
This is what it looks like, and this is what Burger King would have you believe it looks like.
What you'd believe it looks like, Joe. I know for a fact a tomato, some lettuce, and some jam isn't gonna like stand up 2 inches on its own.
We've seen what it looks like. We saw how much it was. You can make up your own mind on the photos. I'm tired of harping on Burger King and their misleading ad photos. We know they do it. They know they do it.
Everyone fucking does it, Joe.
It's like a job. It's like a hard job that people have gotten good at too. That's the thing.
1.5 slices of bacon. I don't know if there's any.
I wonder if Joe knows that for a long time, you couldn't have real food in photography and stuff and advertisements. So you like had to make fake food. That was part of the deal, was shit could not be edible in advertising. I am not sure why that law existed for as long as it did. I'm sure there's an interesting history behind it. That would be great for Joe to learn.
Bacon chicanery going on there. Burger King won't tell us how many slices of bacon it's supposed to have. But that only leaves one more thing to do, and that would be the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage.
Yeah, well, no, that too, but I'm talking like it was like legally required you were not allowed to use real food. It wasn't just a case of it was hard to use. 'Cause that's still the case though, right? Is like, for example, photographing ice cream is famously fucking impossible because by the time you have set up the lights and the camera and stuff, even if you set the lights and the camera and everything up in advance, bring out the ice cream cone and set it up, you have time for one shot if you're insanely fast, and then it's going to start melting and looking like shit. That's it. That's like the window you have, is you have enough time to have someone else bring it out with you already behind the camera for one picture, and then it is melting already. Because, yeah, they're so hot. Now you gone. What is this? After the hyper pop, you do this?
Losing my mind, losing my mind. Same. Same, I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind.
So you had a bad day.
Why did you cut me up, ring me out?
Seems so bad, dude.
You were the laughter that kept me alive.
I'm sorry, this song is like putting me in the ground. I don't know how much longer I could take this. Okay, man.
You were hello, and I was goodbye. An ember that flickered, that faded away.
Yeah, this burger divorced Joe and took his truck and his dog. That's right.
Kind of taste the bacon. It is sort of an underwhelming experience. They're really light on lettuce. I really don't know why they're kind of skimping on that. And the tomatoes, I absolutely
Because like no, people don't care about the lettuce. You're like the only person who does.
Absolutely can't.
And also sourcing lettuce is like a pain from what I understand, especially recently. Like logistically, vegetables in general have become just a nuisance.
Taste those crispy onions that tend to fall all over the place when you pull your burger out of the wrapper, putting me in mind of those pre-cooked deep fried onions you get in a can in the grocery store. Burger King's bacon jam is...
Yeah, it's probably those because Burger King is ass. Like, what do you want? Like, Burger King is so ass. In fact, one sec, hold up. I'm looking up Justin Wong's tier list of fast food. Because there's two ways this could be. This could either be... Damn, even Jay Wong put it at bottom tier. That's crazy. Wow, yeah, that just... Whew, even Jay Wong is like, no, Burger King is... Jay Wong, who occasionally has the most backwards, wild-ass opinions about fast food. Even Jay was like, nah, not Burger King.
like sauce.
That's what I was saying, DVAC. Is like, I remember back in like 2000, like early 2000s, it was like pretty okay when I was in like middle school, high school, and then it just fell off a fucking cliff.
Really sweet, and when combined with the onions, kind of gives you this unpleasant aftertaste that just won't go away. And in general, in my opinion, this is just a very poor combination of flavors. I mean, this on a Whopper, some of you may like this, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. What does make sense is to peer into the ether and see what Shadow Joe has to say and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle bite.
So, I get Joe's complaint here. He doesn't like sweet on a burger, which, for what it's worth, if it's like badly done, which I'm sure Burger King's is like legitimately just blended up, like somehow liquefied sugar syrup with like a thought of bacon nearby it, so probably
Sneak-a-doodle bite.
good bacon jam can be really good, but usually because it's like pepper bacon jam, so it's like spicy, it's like a sweet heat with a little bit of saltiness to it, which is just like unbelievable on so many things. Like a little bit of that on top of some eggs, oh my god, so good.
Number 1. Sneak-a-doodle bite. Number 2. Sneak-a-doodle bite. Number 3.
Well, like, I don't mind sweet bacon jam. I just want a little heat with it or something, a little complexity. And I have a feeling, again, that Burger King's is literally just, I would be willing to bet it's sugar, a touch of liquid smoke, maybe, or like a liquid smoke alternative, and then like a little taste of like bacon flavoring of some form.
What are you looking at?
I didn't say anything to you.
Let me start over.
Do better bit. Do a new bit. Here, you know what would be a great bit as well? If like Joe like got something on his face and was like, oh, let me get a napkin. Oh, all out. And then reached down. And then Joe from the bottom was like, oh, here you go. And like tosses him up a napkin or something. So many good potential bits when you do this over and over and just none creativity.
Drama queen.
The onions.
Do you think he started doing
candy
this
bacon
because people were
actually
roasting
kinda give
him
it a
for
weird
just
flavor.
sitting there and
I'd like
not
to see a little
freezing the
hotter than
camera
that,
while
but they're
the
well
other
within
part came
spec.
up?
Maybe, which is wild because it means he just like still hasn't figured out the alternative for this. Which, Cobuddy, do you know what the alternative is for presenting two videos where you need to go from video A to video B back to video A, and nobody needs to see video A while video B is going on?
Just fucking cut the video?
You just cut to them. Yeah, you just cut to B, and then you cut back to A when B is done. You don't have to do picture and you just like don't have to do picture in picture. It doesn't add anything.
Let's move on with this.
He wants to have fun. Nah, this definitely got added in later. And again, the lack of creativity is just really what kills me.
According to
The
Shadow
same bit
Joe,
of yelling
even
at
though this
himself
thing had
every
passed the
day.
temperature test
Joe.
and it was warm in the middle. The bread was
bit.
cold. It was a little bit dry. It
That
didn't
being
look like it had
said,
been toasted.
this burger clearly sucked ass. And it's Burger
Oh,
King.
yeah.
So, like, I agree with Joe on this one. For all the roasting I will do to Joe, which is endless because I love him and I want him to do better, you know. But, no, it's Burger King. This burger's dog shit. He's right. This thing's
Time for
trash.
assembly. And speaking of time,
If
now
this
it's time
gets
to give this thing a
anywhere
score. If you don't know
near
my
the
scale, my
like
scale is 1 to 10,
KFC thing,
This should be sub 3. Like, if this was old,
Yeah.
old Joe, this would be like a 2 point something at best. But this should be High 3 at
and being the
worst.
best. Anything above
Don't say
7-9,
7-9, Brian. Don't say 7-9. I'll pee.
5 and down is a slippery slope to the pits and death.
If this goes over 5, I'll pee.
Of fast food hell.
Yeah.
And Burger King, you know exactly where that is, don't you? So now it's time to give this thing.
Again, like Joe's right. Burger King fucking sucks. Like, you don't have to give it up to him, but this time, like, Burger King
Deserves. Guys, you got to slack off on sending me to Burger King and KFC for a while because.
Yeah, this is like the thing is like I feel for Joe. It's because his audience wants him to do the bad food that he'll hate because they find those videos more entertaining. But like, yeah, man, KFC. I was like literally going to say the hardest choice for me would be like if I was like starving in a desert and then there was a KFC on one side of me and a Burger King in the other, and I had to make a choice. I like might just fall down in the middle from indecision.
Because Joe is really hungry for something good. Burger King. This is just a poor combination of flavors and only moderately well executed. So today, I'm going to have to go.
Would Joe rather eat BK or Popeyes? Popeyes by a mile. Even though he complains about their shit, he always loves it. That's the thing is he likes the food and then he's just like, but also, they didn't call me sweetie when they handed me my meal, so -10. Like,
4.9. That is my number.
That's so high.
Yeah, that's still
so
too high.
You hate it. You're like, this flavor combination doesn't make sense. The burger patty sucks. It wasn't as hot as I wanted. I know this shit wasn't fresh. It looked gross when I cut it in half. I hate every individual element of it. The fried onion strings feel like there were some dog shit canned onion strings. It wasn't better hot. It might have actually been worse. 5.
This is my review, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video.
Yeah, this is the GamePro Joe arc for sure. This guy gives everything a 7.
I'm gonna hop out. Enjoy the rest of Joe.
I will.
There, gamer.
Take it easy. Okay, if they make him use the hot sauce, this is going to kill him, and I can't wait. There's no way though. Is he gonna order it without the hot sauce? He can't, yeah? How could he say no? It's like the primary ingredient, right?
Hello again, my name is Joe, and you're at the Joe's Hungry channel where we take a single slice of bacon, break it in half, call it 2, right here within the city limits of...
Dude, Cholula's gonna make him say a slur, Brian. I think he's gonna tell us how he feels about the population of Mexico. It's gonna be bad.
On you for tying the knot.
I'm worried.
Andrew, Toddy, and Julian, Mason, Donald, Robert, Leanne, Gary, Randy, Caleb, Kevin, Joshua, and Norma, and Jennifer. You know who you are. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Thanks to everybody that took time to fill out the food poll yesterday, because you're sending me back to Wendy's to check out their limited time offer, the new breakfast burrito, which is thrown together with...
Oh yeah, hey, speaking of, now that pre-roll ads are off for a second, allegedly, supposedly. Hi, I'm Ty. I stream 6 days a week. If you drop a follow, that would be amazing. I've been having a stressful time with Comcast, and every bit of support helps. I would love that. Also have a podcast, exclamation point podcast. There's a Patreon donation links underneath the stream, all that stuff. Patreon has an incredible Discord attached to it. We're gonna have another tournament on Saturday for Undernight. That's gonna kick ass. Really excited for that. Wednesday we're gonna be doing WarioWare with Sebmol, Teddy Ross, and Mini Matt. And then tomorrow is Infinite Crafter, which is this wild little game someone made where you try and craft things forever. Thursday, I think we're doing Guess the Game. Friday's Content Farm Friday, as always. It should be just a good week in general. Drop a follow if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. Follow on TikTok so that I can read engineering manuals that I still have for some reason.
2 eggs in season.
Okay, thank you.
Potatoes, and according to Wendy's own press release, 6 slices of applewood bacon. I have the links for that in the description below. And Wendy's...
Oh shit, he's linking receipts. He's going H-Bomber guy on Wendy's. They're fucked, dude.
Do you remember the Baconator? I only counted 2 slices of bacon torn in half to make 4 strips. Clearly, in your description, it says 6 slices of bacon, so Wendy's, shame on you. I'm on to you. This clearly tells us what you think of the customers coming through the drive-thru. And hope
Like again, this is one of those, like, he's right. If they say there's 6 pieces of bacon on it, they should put 6 pieces of bacon on it.
you have mended your ways and not engaged in any more bacon chicanery. 2 slices of American cheese.
Bacon Shabakery.
Swiss cheese
This man getting up to some shabakery.
sauce on a warm flour tortilla, plus 2 packets of Cholula sauce for those of you who like it hot. Each single order will load a significant
Oh, he's gonna hold it on the side like a little wiener, man. No, the white weenie deck is getting played again.
Against 700 calories to your already overloaded diet. I have the stats on the screen.
Okay, so 700 calories is too much for your overloaded diet for breakfast, but it's a snack later if you get a chicken nugget bowl from
In
KFC.
the description below, provided they actually include
No
all the
slurs
ingredients.
today, says Brian.
I mean, all of it. The single burrito will take your remaining $4.49, make it a medium combo for $7.48 before taxes in Georgia. Without the serving weights, which Wendy's has to have to calculate their nutritional information, we'll have to wait till later in the video when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual real out-the-door fast food price per ounce. So let's see if Wendy's has mended their ways and roll the drive-through ad.
They didn't, right? Like he's screwed?
Wendy's in Cartersville, Georgia.
Yeah, he did calculate a little bit on accident, like early on, and then he's definitely playing it up for sure at this point.
What can I do for you?
Could I get 3 breakfast burritos, the ones with bacon in them?
You want 3 of them?
Yes, ma'am.
And what else is it?
That's all.
Okay, your total 2402.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So he ordered 5 of them, but he edited it so it looked like he only ordered 3. He very specifically was like, I want 3. And she went, you want 3 of them? And he goes, yup. And then he edits to after when he ordered 5.
That's all.
Like, why do you feel the need to do this? Just tell us you ordered 5. That's good. That's a good thing, Joe. That means we can, like, we can trust you. Like, that's what we want.
Okay, your total 2402.
Thank you, ma'am.
Weed every day, weed every day, weed every day, weed every day.
Thank you, Dopelico. I know your burger crimes, Wendy.
Wendy, you have
Wendy?
withheld bacon from the public for too long.
I know what you've done,
The
Wendy.
Phantom Joes hereby declare our intention to steal your burgers.
What I gotta sit in that penalty box over there? Thank you.
Maybe soon, Frozen Pyro.
10 minutes and counting.
Unlimited, by the way. I'm gonna say the answer is unlimited. Sorry for forgetting subtitles. That's on me, gamers.
Some
My
fresh
bad.
bacon. Who knows? Joe is Hungry on YouTube.
Yeah, you was out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care, man.
I remember you. That's why I asked.
I've got my burritos. Let's
Haha, I remember you. No positive or negative, just, I remember you. I bet he does. Yeah, that's like one of those like, oh yeah, I remember you. Like, that's not good. That's not a good thing to say. I remember you. You were one of the elves from Hightown. Nice try.
pull
All
off
flash and no substance. Stop right there, criminal scum.
to the side and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
Joe's music selection the last couple weeks has been beyond unhinged. This is like somewhere between like Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk, and penis music.
And do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
This is like what Hideki Naganuma would make for an album called Family Guy Funny Moments Volume 4, and there is no Volume 1, 2, or 3.
Burrito number 1 is 163.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Burrito number 2 is 142.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Burrito number 3 is 143.4 degrees Fahrenheit. For Wendy's, that's actually not too bad of a temperature. Guys, you're kind of getting my hopes up here a little bit because Wendy's, Cartersville, you passed the Joe.
140 is good enough now? What temperature does he want? I swear it changes every day.
I was hungry. Temperature test. Now it's time to warm up the scales, sharpen the knives, head back to the studios, and do the Joe is Hungry weight test. And as we do every time we do our videos, we take off for the weights of the packaging.
Yeah.
In other words, we set the tear on the scales.
Man. Look, I'm like Joe.
Breakfast burrito number 1 weighs in at 10.00 ounces. Breakfast burrito number 2 weighs in at 9.80 ounces. Breakfast burrito number 3 weighs in at 9.30 ounces or 263 grams. The weights are pretty close.
I think the other thing that I don't mention a lot about why his tear system and mentioning that all the time drives me crazy is like, do you know what's better than tearing for packaging if you can do it? If it's the kind of item where you can do it? Just removing the packaging. You can just take the package off and then you don't have to worry about any inconsistencies in packaging because that shit's not perfect, you know? Yeah, just weigh the item. There's some things where like you can't take it out of the packaging, and I get that if it's like a bowl of soup or something, but like this is a burrito. You can just weigh the burrito. It's more sanitary this way? What, from taking it out of the packaging and putting it on a fucking clean cutting board? No, it's not. Like, no, it's not. He could just weigh it.
Close.
He's just being a dipshit.
Didn't really do too bad. So today, Cartersville, Wendy's, you pass the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test.
Just weigh the item.
Serving weights to work with. There's really not much I can do.
This is for lab use.
Add them all up, average them out, and you come up with
I'm literally weighing empty tubes right now, and they're not consistent. This is for lab work. Yeah.
Yeah. Price of 46 cents an ounce. That makes sense. In Wendy's, you think we're not going to be counting bacon today? You are sadly mistaken, because now it's time to do the Joe is Hungry big reveal.
So how much bacon does he expect? Is it 6 pieces? Because I'll be honest, 6 strips of bacon in a burrito that big is just too much bacon flat out. He thinks it's 6 strips for. Okay, we have confirmation. Like, I don't know how much bacon. I'll be honest, that's not 6 strips of bacon, but like, that's enough bacon. He should use the Streets of Rage 3 OST. Anton, there was a part earlier where he was like driving around a corner with the most like unhinged hyper pop shit. And I was like, one of these days, my man is just going to go from, hi, I'd like the big drink. No combo for me, thank you. And then he just like gets in his car, goes around the corner and just... One day. Let's see how the bacon goes. He's gonna try and reassemble the strips like a puzzle. Oh my God. If we get Joe doing like Myst to the bacon, I'm going to ascend. Who's Joe's Tekken main? Paul. Easy. It looks like every mid-breakfast burrito I've ever had in my life.
This is what it looks like when you get it out of the drive-thru, and this is what it's actually supposed to look like. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, the cross-section looked like every breakfast burrito.
And this is what Wendy's would have you believe it's going to look like when you get it. We've seen what it looks like. We saw what it was supposed to look like.
It looks fine.
And we saw how much it
looks
was,
fine.
and it's actually fairly reasonable.
It looks fine.
However, when I did the reveal, I noticed that there was only 2 slices of bacon torn in half.
Did he just like eyeball it? Does he know? How? Did he just like look at it and like, oh shit. Do you think Joe can rotate an apple in his mind? Is that what I'm missing? Is this a me problem? I can't look at a pile of bacon bits and reassemble them into how many strips of bacon they were? Is this a skill issue on my end?
Just like the Baconator. Wendy's, I don't think this is a one-up. I think this comes from on high. You shouldn't be putting out press releases that say you have 6 slices of bacon and give me this. But I really can't pass judgment because I have one more test to do.
You already did, though. You did pass judgment. Me and every viewer right now knows for a fact your ass has already passed judgment.
And it would be the Joe is hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage.
But I kept my calm, yeah, I kept my cool, 'cause that's what freaks would do. Then I smashed her car with the best guitar while singing.
His music selection lately has been the most like fucking rotate the board shit. Like he goes from hyper pop to this to like he had the really sad music when he was eating the Burger King, which like fair, Burger King sucks, but like still.
That's what freaks would do. Then I smashed her car with the best guitar while singing I love you.
I think he's just rolling random at this point on the royalty free. Or the licensed, I suppose. What is this? What is this? Is this not Miley Cyrus? Is this fake Miley Cyrus? What? This music depends on which grandkid is editing for him. I just don't believe Joe has kids. I like to imagine children happy, and therefore I imagine Joe doesn't have any.
Potatoes, otherwise it's not a terribly executed
fucking Riley virus.
Traditional Southwest breakfast burrito. I believe the egg is actually freshly cracked. You can see and taste the yolk, and I even got a few eggshells in it.
Do you think there were any eggshells whatsoever, or he just got a little crunchy burnt bit and is an idiot? Because no, that's not good. You don't want eggshell. This isn't like the case of, look, so there's an old story of a bunch of people selling lemonade in New York City, and they all used the same pre-made lemonade and they were selling it in the same cups or whatever. But one guy would go out and he would make like a little bit of lemonade for his home, but then collect all the seeds. And then he would put seeds in his. And when he served it, everyone would be like, oh, well, you know, it's got seeds, which is a little annoying, but it means, you know, you used real lemons. Like that kind of thing.
Bacon, what bacon there is.
Oh, those eggs came out of a bag. Yeah, that's how they fucking ship them. 100%.
There is actually crisp and salty. Is this thing just as good when you get it home? Well, to figure that out, we're going to have to peer into the shadows and see what past tense Joe has to say about it and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle bite.
Sneak-a-doodle bite number 1.
You know, honestly, if he like really did a hard committed bit of like putting on some wild ass face paint every time he goes back to Shadow Joe, I'd be into it. Yo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Sneak-a-doodle bite number 2. Sneak-a-doodle bite.
Not black face, just like face paint, any like kabuki. Like,
number 3.
No, you goofballs. Yeah, if Past Joe was just inexplicably a juggalo every time, that shit would be hilarious.
I thought you were going to do just one.
Well, I'm taking 3 bites this time. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
Joe cannot conceptualize a universe where he is kind to himself, and that makes me so sad.
I can taste the bacon. I can actually taste the eggs. Could be a little bit warmer. A little bit more seasoning.
Chat just slamming Jogalo.
So let's move on with this video.
Well, there's one thing I really don't see eye to eye on Shadow Joe's assessment. I think the seasoning on this is just fine. I think all the flavors actually work very well together. What we do agree on.
It's a breakfast burrito, Joe. It's like one of the elemental solved forms of food. Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
That this thing only travels moderately well. I wouldn't let it sit.
Also, yeah, more seasoning. Isn't it explicitly made to be served with the Cholula hot sauce? Why, yes, it is, gamer. That's a great point.
Around for more than about an hour because the bacon starts losing its crispness and it starts falling apart. So with that being said, it's time to give this thing a score. If you don't know my skin.
Why would you take over an hour to eat a breakfast burrito? What's wrong with you? Like, even if you're in your car driving to somewhere, if the place you're driving to is more than 20 minutes away, you eat it while you're driving.
My scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down, is that all too familiar? Slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food.
Pits. What was that, pits? It's like, oh, hit me with them pits.
5 and down, is that all too familiar? Slippery slope to the pits and
to the pits. To the pits.
Depths of fast food hell. So now it's time to give this the score that it truly deserves. I like this burrito. I like the price. I was fully prepared to go high 6s, low 7s.
This is like the kind of food item that you use for those like places trying other countries' fast food items because it's so basic and so straightforward.
Maybe even a little bit higher. I don't know.
Yeah, delicious eggshell crunch really puts it up for Joe.
You cheated me on the bacon. It's like the pretzel baconator all over again.
You cheated me, you rat fucks. You sold me 6 slices of bacon and you gave me, you piece of shit.
I just can't let that go. So today, Wendy's. I'm gonna have to go 3.5. That is my number.
Food item that has no redeeming qualities, that he hates, that he shits on the restaurant the entire time from beginning to end. 4.9. This food item's really good. I love it. I love the price point. The taste is good. I think it's well balanced, well seasoned. I was promised 1 more of bacon. You fuck. I'll find you. I know where you live. Man. I don't think we did the Parmesan meatball sub, I believe. Oh hey. Y'all, so I was in a undernight tournament this weekend because I went to locals. I was in 2 actually. Do you want to see a reaction I made my opponent have? Because it's pretty good. I'm back at it again, gamers, and I gotta say, I feel bad because Data's like so good. Let me get this on screen. So yeah, so this was, to be clear.
Чейл промесет мне 6 пунктов на уранке он легавими 5. И вас ряды тагиви лаек 8, будь лигатинка 6.9. That's my verdict.
Harsh but fair. So, thank you again for the bits, Frozen Pyro. So, I had played against Data earlier in the standard bracket. We met on, it was before top 8, I want to say, or it was like right in top 8. And I just took Data out, just barely, yeah, it was top 8, right? It was top 8 first round. Barely took him out, super close, really tight. I won on some kind of sloppy stuff. Dez was a little upset about it, understandably. Later on, we held a Royal Rumble event. The Royal Rumble event was, so after I got knocked out of Undernight, I went on and commentated the like top 3 or 4 for Undernight. And then I was commentating Grand Blue top 8. They call me off the desk for the Royal Rumble. For those of you who don't know, Royal Rumble is like we had like 12 players and it was just first to 1 in an order. So like you would sit down and play. If you lost, you were gone and you were out and that was it. If you won, you just stayed there and kept going. Dez had been in the Royal Rumble and had taken out 6 people in a row, including I think the person who had won the main bracket tournament. So like really incredible performance. Then my goofy ass comes bounding up from the commentary desk. Oh, Data, hey, you ready? Let's play some fucking Undernight. I even sat down. The worst part. So he normally plays Merkava when he's playing seriously. He had just been like swapping over to Akatsuki, working on that. So I sit down and I'm like, oh, you want to do an Akatsuki mirror? And he's like, I can. I'm character locked into Merkava. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to play Wagner then. He loses the first round on like kind of a goofy drop. And I, being me, get the comeback and just run away with it because that's like what I do in this game. It's agonizing. And after our match, he got up and sprinted over to the commentary desk and let this one go.
You want on comms? Let me swap off. Oh, okay, you just got what's the word?
I hit the 4B. I needed to 2C. He was at a pixel! And I lost! Pixel! I could have 2A'd. I am Cholo squatting right now. Ty's a beast. Are you? A plus B does not equal C. I've been gaslit my whole...
And it just cuts back to me just chilling and getting set up for the next match. Just to clarify, I did win the Royal Rumble after this.
You want on comms? Let me swap off. Oh, okay. You just got what's it?
Yeah, that's what my username is from the Discord.
I needed to 2C. He was at a pixel! And I lost! Pixel! I could have 2A'd. I am Cholo squatting.
I love 2JR, just like a little uncomfortable. Kaiserjin laughing her ass off.
Right now! Ty's a beast. Are you... A plus B does not equal C.
I fucking love Under Night, man. I love this game so much. All right. And now, if we haven't seen this. I can't remember. I feel like we didn't do this one because I don't remember seeing him make this face at Chicken before, but I might be wrong. I know we did the peanut butter burger, which was right before this. The Ty is a beast gets me too every time. Just Ty's a beast. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're gonna see the face he makes at this Chicken. Which, like, I guess I kind of get it, because if you're making a meatball sub, like, why would you do one that's just chicken? Like, that, come on. Like, it's going to be dry. It's going to be iffy. It's not, chicken's not, like, inherently more healthy than other meats. Oh? Yeah, Firehouse is usually, like, solid food, at the least.
I am hungry, and you found yourself at the Joe is Hungry channel, produced with the least amount of ingredients right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia. I would like to give a special shout out to Shiloh. Thank you for taking time to watch my channel. Sean, Ethan, Kevin, Grant, and Branson. Joey, Aaron, Baden, Matt, and Davis. Wyatt, Brody, John, and Allie. Laura, Todd, Wyatt, and Emily. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Before we move on with this video, we need to get a little bit of box opening action going on. Look what somebody sent me from Amazon.
Nice. Someone ordered knockoff trash to my house.
All right, what do we have here? Is this a sign? Let's take a quick look at it. See what we got inside. This looks like a neon sign. Wow. Oh, I like this. Look at this. Let me plug this thing in. It runs off the USB. This is going to earn a permanent place behind me on the
This guy loves this Burger Light.
set.
I like a Burger Light. Yeah, I think a Burger Light could be cute. I don't know if, like... The problem is Joe's current background sucks, right? Like, it is, by all metrics and by all understanding of what the word hoarder means, it's a hoard. It's just a hoard that he happened to attach to the walls. It's still just a hoard. So, like, he really needs to get rid of the hoard and then maybe, like, do some interior design or something. Like, I mean, look at my walls. They're incredible, you know? Like, they're perfect. You can see exactly, you know, I set them up exactly how I want them to be every time. Not a hair out of place.
Check this out. Doesn't this look good? I really wish I would have thought to get one of these.
I really wish you would turn the lights off so I could see what it looks like.
The only problem is, I don't know who sent this.
My walls look like Joe's. What the fuck? Oh no!
Thank you very
I've done
much.
terrible.
I just really don't know what to say, except it's time to move on with this video. I want to thank everybody that exercised.
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, you know, thanks. You were clearly appreciative, though. I'm not going to roast you for that.
Their right to vote this
You loved
week
it.
because you're sending me back to Firehouse to check out their...
Why is his voice a bit offset to the left? That's a great question, Mega Man. I think what it is he just forgot to mono his video at the end, and he's probably using the microphone built into the camera for this portion.
Item and limited time offer: the new chicken parmesan meatball sub, which is constructed with chicken meatballs and marinara sauce, shaved parmesan and provolone cheese, Italian seasoned breadcrumbs on a toasted garlic roll. They come in 3 sizes: small, medium, large, and we're doing a medium today. To get a small, you'll have to plug $6.49 from your nearly empty wallet. To get a medium, you'll have to dig a little deeper for $9.99. If you're going to go large, you're going to have to shell out $13.99.
God, some places that are just not like serving you sawdust are so expensive now, man.
Before taxes in Georgia. When looking at their website, I didn't really see any combo options. If you know different, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, Fish Boy, that's kind of where I am with this. Is like, if I want a chicken parmesan marinara experience, I want chicken parmesan. It's like really good. Speaking of foods that are like elementally solved forms, like breakfast burrito, chicken parmesan, I think is up there as well. I think meatballing the chicken is like strictly a downgrade.
Probably isn't going to get a raise this year. When you look at the medium sandwich description, it shows 840 calories. Yet when you look at the detailed information, it shows 2,070 calories. And the same discrepancy appears on the small and the large. I reached 2,070 calories, and the same discrepancy appears on the small and the large.
So I'm willing to bet that I know what's happened here, because I've seen this happen before. Again, when I was doing a lot of keto stuff, this shit came up all the time, so the actual serving for it is almost certainly the bigger number. And there's 2 things that could have happened here, in my opinion. One, the calorie amount doesn't update for the size of it. So it's showing you like the small always for the top one. Or it could be the top number is just for the filling and it's not including like the bread, the cheese, the toppings, all that stuff on top of it. Or something. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it is different between the small and the large. So... yeah, so I think it's just a case of maybe it's just like showing you the toppings for this top number, and then the bottom one is actually what it is with that stuff. It also could be, sorry everybody, we're really dumb. This is for half of it, and this is for a full one, right? Because like 1,140. Actually, no, that's way under half. Okay, I don't know.
I reached out to customer no service, and not surprisingly,
it's not half even. I was like, is that half? No, wait, that's like a third.
I received no meaningful response. What's going on?
12 grams of fiber from the bread. Yeah, bread has fiber in it, usually.
Are the lights on? Nobody home? I don't know which one to believe. Your guess?
Yeah, that's everyone who's saying customer no service with the question mark. Yeah, that's his attempt at a roast.
This is as good as mine. Firehouse doesn't share their serving weights with the general public. Firehouse, what do you got to hide?
Joe, I regret to inform you, I think because shrinkflation exists and is real, a thing that you have recognized and have recognized as a systemic problem, but have not been intelligent enough to like codify and realize it's happening writ large. Yeah, man, they're not going to anymore.
I again reached out to customer service, and I got the same response as before. None. Ever since the parent company of Burger King purchased Firehouse back in 2021, my experiences have been...
Oh, did that happen? Oh, so Firehouse is like bad now, is what you're telling me. And yo, Power Flapjack, thank you for the beats.
Less than optimal, flavorless, skimpy excuse for a sub. I'm gonna have to go with a 3.7. I feel a little cheated. Did I pay $10 for this?
Yeah, that explains why it's dog shit then.
I'm gonna be real generous here. I'm gonna have to go 5.0. With that being said, it's time to throw caution into the wind, hope for the best, break the bank, and roll the drive-thru ad. Firehouse.
Yeah, Firehouse got bought by BK. Yeah, is it one of the like big restaurant brands court groups? Yep.
Subs in Calhoun, Georgia.
I have a friend who works at Firehouse and can confirm the buyout and drop in quality. Yeah, not surprising to say the least, you know. Oh. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I had some stuff get shuffled weird.
Can you for choosing Firehouse. What can I get started first for you today?
Could I get 3 chicken parmesan meatballs, uncut?
Okay, on white or wheat bread?
Whatever they come on normal.
All right, and did you want to make these combos?
No combos.
All right, 42.76. We'll see you at the window.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and hey everybody, just as a reminder, I played the minimum number of ads to kill pre-rolls. Pre-rolls are the worst. If somebody raids over and all of their viewers are hit with a wall of ads immediately, that just kills any and all joy of the raid, and I can't have that. But if you want to avoid the 1.5 minutes of advertisements every 30 minutes, which I think is what it is, yeah, just drop a sub. That would be awesome. Or look into like a purple ad blocker of some form and see about installing and using that. Typing you're upset about it in my chat, while understandable, will not do anything. So it won't help it for you. It won't help it for me. But those two other options are great. One supports me, which I would love a lot. And one is for if you don't have the means to support me. I totally get it. But ad blockers exist and you're worth it. You deserve to have a better viewing experience. Also, yeah, Twitch Turbo, if you're willing, if you can find how to get that still.
In 10 minutes. Kind of make me worry a little bit here, Firehouse.
But yeah, as far as supporting the streamer, yeah, if you want to sub here, that'd be awesome. I have a Patreon as well. We have an incredible Discord. Folks do movie nights like every Friday. We have a tournament coming up Saturday, and then we've got another tournament for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus in like a couple of weeks. Something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have
also, yeah, Tina's correct for what it's worth. Ad blockers are just the best security program you can have on your computer. So you should probably sub to me and also have an ad blocker. That would probably be your best bet. Yeah.
Now
I would love that. Thank you, Tina.
Joe is hungry. Temperature test. Meatball sub number
My
1 is
wisest friend.
147.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicken meatball number 2 is 140.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicken meatball number 3 is 146.8 degrees Fahrenheit. You know I like.
Okay, now to Joe's credit here, they made him wait like 20 something minutes. I feel like if the food isn't coming out hot, you're allowed to be a little pissed off at that point. I think. Because that means they didn't have it ready and in the stuff. But also, like, yeah, I would actually be a little pissed off. Not like immensely pissed, but I would be a little honked off.
My food to be a little bit
if I waited 20 something minutes and it came out barely warm.
Hotter than that, especially if you make me wait an excruciatingly long period of time, Firehouse. However, you meet minimum temperature requirements, so today you're lucky you passed the Joe is hungry temperature test. Now it's time to live.
What happened to the temperature test? He claims like there's a minimum now. Is it 140? Did he like add one?
Power up the scales.
Because it used to be like he was like, it's like 160. If it's not 160, I don't know the chicken is sanitized, so it needs to be that hot. And now he's like, I don't know, like 1.2, 120 degrees.
Back to the studios and do
yeah, not that much.
Joe is hungry weight test, and here we are again. We do the same thing every time. We take off for the packaging. In other words, we set the chair on
I truly don't care about the weight of the cardboard or the styrofoam, man.
the scale.
Has anyone failed the temp test? In the past, all the time, Bob McName. That's part of what's so infuriating to me is like some of these numbers, like 144, would have been a fail for like many years.
Chicken meatball number 1 is 13.20 ounces. Chicken meatball number 2 is 13.05 ounces. Chicken meatball sub number 3 weighs in at 12.40 ounces or 350 grams. Well, the last one is a little bit light. The other two are fairly consistent. It's not that far off.
If only there was some way to calculate like a p-value or some way to statistically check if the differences were relatively important or not.
So today, Firehouse, I'm going to give you a pass on the Joe is hungry consistency.
Yo, what's good, Amber? Despite eating all the time, this guy's still hungry. Can you believe this shit?
Compare them to those numbers.
Get a load of this Joker.
I'm gonna add them up,
average them out, do the math, and you come up with a high middle of the road, 76 cents an ounce. So now it's time to do the Joe is Hungry big reveal.
There's no way to standardize for that kind of deviation. If only someone came up with a term. Oh, God, chicken meatballs always look so bad, too. Just give me a chicken parm, please. Like, just give me a chicken parm. It's so bad. The bird orbs never look good. Yeah, I don't want the pressed chicken, please. No pressed chicken orbs for Ty. I'll pass. Yeah, holy shit. Memories of marinara, huh? This is like the amount of sauce that they put flavoring in, what do you call them? LaCroix. It's like LaCroix levels of marinara. You hate him cutting it ninja way? Yeah, that's a good point. God, these things really do look like they were just pressed from a slurry. Like more than most chicken does when it's cooked like this.
This is what it actually looks like when they give it to you.
Dude, Firehouse used to toast their shit. This looks bad.
And this is what it is actually supposed to look like. This is what it looks like. And this is what Firehouse would have you think it looks like. Well, we've seen what it looks like. We saw that it took them a long time to get the thing out and it wasn't all that hot. Guys, actually, I think you could do a little bit better than that. But we won't know anything.
Firehouse was Quiznos but good before I left the state. What happened? They were bought out by Burger King 2 years ago, apparently, or like 3 years ago now. Apparently 2021 there was an acquisition by the Burger King company to buy them as well, which, yeah, that's you know, no good.
Until we do the last and the final test, the Joe is Hungry bite test.
Because yeah, even if it's like, you know, it's not like Burger King bought them, but it's the brands that own Burger King, which means it's the same high level decision making. So
it is.
Yeah.
Bite test. Engage.
Also, I feel like this is really small for Firehouse subs, like weirdly small, in every direction. Yeah, this is what I caught when I was previewing this. I was like, oh, he hates this thing. I had asked how the BK parent company does well enough to be able to afford acquisitions. The answer is yeah, both minimizing food costs and also they do have a couple that are really successful and really good, like Popeyes, that they just simply bought and then did not interact with, is what it seems like. Oh, and they own Tim Hortons as well. Except Tim Hortons also is like dog shit now, right? Like every Canadian I talk to is just like, I fucking hate Tim Hortons now. Which is crazy. I remember when I was in middle school hitting up Tim Hortons and it was like dope as fuck. It just blows now. Yeah, that's what I've heard from every time I mention Tim Hortons to Canadians, they're like, God, rip. Rip when Tim Hortons was good.
Definitely got some Burger King influences going on in there. I can taste the meager amount of marinara sauce. Maybe a little bit more of that would have covered up the taste of the chicken a little bit better. Their bread was obviously toasted, but it's anything but crisp. The ground chicken balls are a little bit dry and under-seasoned, and when combined with the cheese, it kind of leaves this weird, almost bitter aftertaste in your mouth. It's definitely not pleasant. If you're expecting that familiar chicken,
I wonder if that's like a burnt seasoning thing. Because usually that's where you get the really, really burnt flavors, is if like you burn a seasoning or something, as far as like the bitterness.
Parmesan flavor that you get at your local Italian restaurant, forget it.
Joe, as a former fat little white boy, I know exactly what you mean when you say the chicken Parmesan seasoning. You mean you want more marinara sauce. I get it, white boy. I also want more marinara sauce. But that's really the big thing is just they probably didn't stir the sauce enough, which honestly, my guess might be why it took 20 minutes is they had already made the meatballs, they already had the bread, all that stuff together, but they went to get the sauce and felt that it was like super burnt on the bottom or something because they had left the heat on and like hadn't touched it at all. And so they either just had to like skim a little bit of marinara off the top or like go heat up a fresh one, but then there was still like a little bit of burnt matter in whatever container they were using or whatever. There was like no sauce. Yeah, it was so minimal. It was so minimal.
Here. No how, no way.
So I almost wonder if that's why like the meatballs were still pretty cold, but the sauce itself was like not there and bitter.
The flavor combinations in this one, in my opinion, just don't work. Is this any better out of the drive-thru? Well, let's put that question to Shadow Joe and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle bite.
Did you hear that? Did you all hear that? So when he cuts out and zooms out, he speeds it up. Yeah, 100%. He starts speeding it up and you can hear a natural flanging, which means instead of just having the footage of him sitting there and waiting and then like cutting it off to be shorter, he sped it up so the entire thing would fit in there.
Well, let's put that question to Shadow Joe and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle bite.
Sneak-a-doodle bite number 1. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 2. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 3. Could have been a lot hotter. Don't really know what to think about that ground chicken taste. They made me wait too long.
Sorry, that's the funniest complaint. They made me wait too long and the waiter came and peed my pants. The waiter peed your pants? Yeah, they came over and peed in my pants and they made me wait too long. And also, they told me the chicken was bad. They said that. Yeah, they said that. They said the chicken was bad and the waiter peed in your pants. Yeah. Like, it's like that kind of shit.
Let's move on with this video.
Well, if you call that fresh out of the drive-thru, which I don't, it doesn't help anything.
Him getting blarded was the funniest I've ever seen a review go. Because it was like from the word go, you were like, he's giving this a 2 because a guy on a Segway yelled at him. And then at the end, he's like, the pretzel was okay, 2. A guy on a Segway yelled at me.
Doesn't change anything. It's no better there than it is here. Burger King, I mean, Firehouse, how far we have fallen. You used to be my go-to place. I used to love your subs. They had plenty of meat. They tasted good. Now it's time to give this thing a score. If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is it all too familiar, especially to you.
Why'd the guy on the Segway yell at him? I mean, we only had Joe's side of the story, so, you know, from his perspective, no reason. He was just he probably was like setting up filming shit and like was filming, and then a guy was like, hey, you can't be filming in here, and he was like, oh, okay, I'll turn him off or whatever. And then he was like, no, man, like, you gotta we can't have you walking around with a bunch of cameras in here. Like, you gotta leave and put those away and come back in. And then he just threw a little temper tantrum. That's probably what it was, because it was like, you have a rent-a-cop excited to go on a power trip, and you have Joe who's ready to throw a baby fit, and it's just like the two worst forces imaginable just perfectly colliding.
The pits and depths of fast food hell.
Greetings,
so let's go ahead and
what's
give
good?
this the number that it truly deserves.
I will say from this angle, that thing looks so fucked up. It looks like someone like took like ancient dango and like put them on like a hoagie roll.
Execution, mediocre at best. Concept, just not there.
Execution 0. There's not enough sauce on it. Concept, it's chicken parm, but you made it worse.
Frankly, Firehouse, it just doesn't taste very good. So today, 3.4.
His scores today have been so all over creation, it's unbelievable. Like, still too high, probably. Yeah, like, I'll be honest. just chicken meatballs just aren't very good, man. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where I'm sure someone could make a good chicken meatball, but even if they did, like the amount of labors they have to go through, I'm like, but imagine if you had gone through those labors with a meat that like was better at being a meatball from the start. What if you didn't cut your ankles before running a marathon? What if you just ran the fucking marathon, you know?
That is my number. This is my review. 3.4.
Dankin!
That is my number.
He just slams that shit.
This is my review, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.
All right. Well, I do believe we are caught up on Joe. I would like to enjoy one good food review at least before I go to record Podcast. You know what?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. It's me. The guy who kind of looks like me, but not really. It's this guy repping the forced Roman cancel once again. Let's enjoy a little bit of Food Review Club. I love these funky fellas. Flannel Inkling, thank you for the sub.
Welcome back to Food Review Club. Now, we're in Carlingford. It is absolutely stunning. Our taxi driver, when we landed at the airport yesterday, we said we're going to Carlingford. He went, oh, that's where the fairies and leprechauns are. And part of me actually thought he was being serious. It is a beautiful place. I can understand why people might think that. Maybe they are real. Let me know in the comments. So our Irish adventure continues. We found our way here today, and this place is absolutely stunning. And we're going to be reviewing today PJ's.
That is such a cute
Great
location.
things about this place.
That's such a cute location,
We've already
man.
been in
I
Britain,
get
we've
it.
seen the
That's
little film stuff,
charming.
which is cool.
That's some in Bruges
Marvelous place,
shit.
as you'll see. But apparently, the food here, particularly the seafood, is absolutely gorgeous. Just like you lot watching home. That's nice, isn't it?
I thought you were talking to me then. I was.
Oh, Dan,
say,
sorry.
Oh, thank you, mate. But then you switch it up right there.
And those of you that are new here, hello, welcome. It's Dan, Matt. We go around trying to uncover.
And
these
I'm Ty.
hidden gems.
If you're already following, please do. I also am here
Trying our best.
sometimes.
If you enjoy the content, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, because I think this one today.
I also would recommend. I love these. I love these guys. Food Review Club. I think they do good stuff. Drop them a follow if you haven't. I support their content, unlike Joe.
Could be a little bit special. That's a bit cold, eh? Should we go inside?
Yeah, please.
Come on, let's do it. What a beautiful building, bro.
Incredible.
Stunning.
Look at it.
Look at this castle here as well.
Like a medieval little city, isn't it?
It's just great.
Wicked.
Walking here today, I was just like, I feel so lucky to be doing this with you guys. Like, honestly. I have to breathe in now.
It's quite a small.
Oh, that's an old place for sure. When you gotta go sideways to get through the door. This was built for people of a different time before they had access to like meat and milk reliably.
Oh, I'm in. So we look like.
Yeah, this dude's huge. This guy's like my size. Yeah, he's a big boy.
So,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
This is so cute.
That's a
What a lovely little place.
That's a world record tractor run.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. He says, looking at the tractor run. Wow.
The boys. Here he is. Oh.
Can we see the menu, please?
Yeah, no matter, sir.
What would you recommend? Come on, let's have it straight.
I would recommend the tacos. They're
Seafood
nice,
taco.
nice and fresh. If you want something hard and warmly today, the beef, the South Pie.
Sold.
So it is.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't ready to hear tacos. The tacos or whatever.
Together.
Yeah, I can throw the two of them down together.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
doesn't matter. You want to say the chips or onion rings with them?
Yeah, why not?
You good? You look good.
I know.
Hey.
Look at this. I've got a bit of a sore throat, right, as you can probably work out. Bottle looks sad. The OG medicine.
It is. It's the elixir, isn't it?
Yeah. Is,
What is that?
is this like a really famous place in Carlingford?
Yeah.
Why? Is it just like...
It's just because it's not like a historical place.
I need to see what that drink
People that
was.
come to the front, like we get paid people from like all over the world coming in here and like
Really?
yeah, it's really good. And even like see it on the paintings and stuff. Like when you go in there, you're like.
What is Lucozade?
Very interesting.
It's cool.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
Lucozade?
see during summertime.
Hold
Best-
up.
Best crack.
UK's favorite soft drink
Honestly,
brand.
the only place you'd want to be.
It's a British brand of soft drinks and energy drinks. Manufactured and marketed by the Japanese company Suntory. These are Suntory drinks being
No to fresh oysters.
bootlegged through the UK? What? Wild.
Or the
You've got that float.
Yeah.
What an amazing place. Gorgeous here, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. Food is unreal as well, yeah.
That's so funny that Suntory was just like, we're gonna rebrand Ramoons and like sell them to the UK.
You don't have to ask me twice, brother.
I didn't know there was British Ramoon. That's sick.
Near Cambridge.
Oh, the yuppie from Cambridge.
The
You did the yuppie ruin, did you? You must have played rugby.
Yeah, I did,
Yeah. You have the big shoulders for it.
Yeah, like someone said in chat earlier, and like I was saying earlier, he's a big boy. Someone was like, yeah, he's probably a rugby player. I'm like, yeah, he's probably rugby. Yeah, almost certain. Must play rugby. Yeah, I played rugby. Yeah.
Big shoulders and a massive belly.
Oh.
You thought it was else,
I did, yes, I did.
Corey's not bad, ain't he?
Oh.
But John Dory. He'll be in there. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
Look at this, look. Beef and stout.
So I think what I love about this is, so this reminds me of when I was at Combo Breaker. I can't remember which year it was. I want to say it was 2022. I didn't go because I didn't know about it until like way too late, and reservations had already been in. But a bunch of my buddies, including like Ryudo, Mustaine, and a few other FGC folks, went to like a Michelin star restaurant in Chicago and like went and got reservations, did all that. And apparently like the wait staff just was having so much fun with them and loved them because they were not like being snobby or like not reacting to stuff or trying to act too cool. Like they were popping off at every single dish coming out of the kitchen. Like at one point they had like a foods thing they could eat, and then afterwards it was like, okay, the next course is you flip it over and the bowl had like a little pocket of a thing underneath and you ate the bowl along with it. And they just were losing their minds and shit. And they're like, yeah, we didn't realize at first why the waiters like were like loving us so much until we looked around and saw people like sending food back to the kitchen that looked like the best food I had ever had in my life.
Look at that.
Something smells amazing.
Yeah, are you telling me that someone like Ryudo is really nice to service people? It's true. Ryudo, one of the nicest people alive, also nice to service workers.
If you recommend it.
Well, I wouldn't. I'd rather.
Apparently, at one point, they like pulled down a light fixture and broke it open, and the light fixture was also food. And again, they all lost their minds.
So this is, I suppose, this is the main event. It's what you recommended. Seafood taco.
Those look like a little fucked up pub tacos, but I'd get to them. I'd do them. I'd eat those. I'd eat all three of those. Yeah.
Get them.
On a summer's day, I don't think we'll get a lot better than that. You have one of these?
I'll try one of them. Go for it, down. You're a big pig.
So in here we've got cod and prawn, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, there's a prawn there. Hold on.
Oh man, if someone like took down an entire Pizza Hut light, like the Pizza Hut light, you know, like the long one with the like stained glass around it, and the stained glass was instead like some kind of candy, and they just like walked over the table with a hammer and just fucking broke the Pizza Hut light on top of the table, that would be so sick. It'd be so tight. Just give me a little rock candy Pizza Hut lamp.
Lettuce, relish, salsa, sauce. Here we go.
All right, those look good as hell. Those make me want tacos right now. And I ate right before stream, and I'm still like, I could fuck those up.
Good, have a look at that. Look. See that cordonella? Beautifully crisp. Delicious.
That fish looks really good.
Such a well-balanced, light and vibrant taco. Look at flake. Not my usual go-to either, seafood taco.
That was good.
I'll be honest, but that's good. The prawn roller. tiger prawns.
And I think the thing is, right, like we watch a ton of food reviewers on this channel. If you're already following, please do. We watch food review people every so often, and it's always a good time. This guy never feels like he's faking it. Like some food guys are coming out here and they're like acting like every food item they've had is the best thing they've ever had. Like you get, the fucking peep this out guy who's like, I cannot stand to be in his energy for more than like 20 minutes at a time. But yeah, the peep this out guy, like you'd serve him like a turd with a slice of American cheese on it. He'd be like, yeah, and it's a pretty good new creation from Popeyes. They came out with a new thing. You're gonna love it. It's a little turd with cheese on it. Yum. I don't really know what they were cooking at first. When I read the description, I was like, I don't know if that's a real good food item, guys. But then I got it, and yum, boys. Let me tell you, we got a little turd and cheese situation. It really layers up together. The flavor set. You know what I mean? It would be like that. And I could. These guys, they would tell you it's a turd with cheese on it.
Right, I need all you taste the quad, and then there's maybe the prawns immediately after taste, and lovely and juicy.
Wow. Mark,
Check out this turd action.
Did you have a few drinks last night?
Dude, that guy is so annoying. Holy shit.
Then we've got the beef and stout pie.
Pie.
God, that looks good. Look at that.
Oh man. Yeah, tasty little bread crust to dip in a big old thing of fucked up stew. Let's go, brother.
It just looks like flavour.
It's deep in it.
You got that little skin around the outside, all that sweetness.
So who's gonna get turd and cheese situation as their display name on the Discord?
Lads, I'm going to ask you. The tax job said there was leprechauns and fairies in Carlingford.
That's right. Well, what about you, mate?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're up as well. Sorry, I didn't know you were
No, you just get involved. Get involved.
You're in? You're in?
Get involved. You're good.
But yeah, these guys do. They just remind me of going out and having dinner with my friends. Like we're talking, we're shooting the shit, and we're occasionally turning at each other and going, this is so damn good. Right? That's the dream.
Gavin knows everyone.
Literally knows everyone.
Oh, is this your pub?
Pardon?
Is this your pub?
Family business. Yeah.
Tell us about the pub. It's got a story.
Tell them the real leprechaun story.
This is what I mean. This reminds me of getting meals with the homies. Just someone being like, oh yeah, tell us about the pub. Tell them about the wee leprechaun story. Like that is the most, holy shit, I love it.
No, you put me on the pressure. You put me on the spot. You know what I mean?
What's ready for us?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. How's the food for you?
Delicious.
Yeah, you enjoyed it?
We recommend the seafood taco.
Brilliant.
Stunning.
Yeah, they're lovely. Yeah, thank you.
What is something famous for?
Well, the oysters as well. Oysters are great. Have you had oysters?
No.
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah, I'll get some down there.
What's the from?
Yeah, just like the road there. There's a local supplier at the road. It's all local. Wow. So it is. I get some down there.
I was speaking to someone this morning. Said we're going to Carlingford. This is the place that he said you've got to go to PJ's.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah. So it is.
In the summer, this is a bit of a party spot as well.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, a lot of tourists in the village. Yeah, it's great for everyone. Birthday parties, hens, stags, all that. You know.
Let's try this, shall we? It's beef and stout.
I just don't want to talk over this nice gentleman. It's one of those where I'm like having the weird thing of like, I don't want to XQC on this and just like walk away and be an empty chair for 20 minutes or whatever. But I also don't want to interrupt this lovely man explaining that he's got a local supplier of oysters right down the road. Again, perfect reaction of just fuck. Fuck shit.
That's good. Go on, Dermot, get some of this. That is absolutely delicious. From a pie like this, all you're looking for is like a thick, tasty gravy, plenty of flavour, plenty of richness. It's got that strong, stout flavour to it. And I'm looking for nice tender meat in there. I want my meat to be falling apart in a pie like this.
Yeah, like a beef stew. Like a pie, for anyone who hasn't had this style of pie before, it's like a very, very thick, hearty gravy with beef usually cooked to the point of, like falling apart and falling into fibers, usually with some filler in the form of like carrot, celery, onion, peas, things of that nature. with like a little bit of bread on top of it, and like, oh, they're so good. It's really simple. It's really filling. It's like a really hearty meal.
Bit of veg.
Yeah, it's also, yeah, the way Tlarn puts it, it's one of those meals that you're not going to be hungry after eating it, and if it was hot when you ate it, you will not be cold for 20 minutes.
Texture, even more flavour. We've also got this wonderful pastry.
Yeah, what's that topping, bruv?
Bruv,
what's the topping?
Oh.
Bruv.
Pastry. Wow. Christ, that's good. Really tasty gear. Heartwarming, filling. Carlingford. Was it worth coming? So far, so good. And we got this mashed potato here, look.
Sounds like a solid tater.
Sorry? Yeah, just get it straight in, shall we? Oh, here we go.
Also, another thing I like about this, any other food review channel would be like, oh, I gotta taste the mashed potatoes separately. This one of his buds is just like, oh, you gotta put the gravy on it. And he's like, I gotta put the gravy on it. And just like dumps it in, doesn't think about it. And then immediately, ooh, too hot. Like, it's so human, man.
It was hot in the sun.
That's how you know it's good, when you go too hot, blow on it once, and put it back in anyway, and then have to go... When you have to do a little bit of a yo after putting it in your mouth, when you have to like back up and go a little kabuki mode, it's a little too hot. Just woo.
There's not much more in life you need than that. That is absolutely brilliant. Hearty, wholesome, good, honest cooking, fresh ingredients, nice recipe, seasoned to perfection. Wow. Roll on the oysters. And whilst we're waiting for two or three of the local oysters, maybe the flagship of the entire meal, do not forget this video, this trip, our Irish content is brought to you by Our Kings Competitions. I'll put a link to the website in the comments below. Go and
Congratulations.
weigh them up. And if you're interested, just go down there.
Ooh, do they got soda bread with that shit? No, bro.
I never had one.
Is that right?
What's the difference? So we got three kinds here. So these ones here are the Asian ones. And then you've got your natural here.
Wow, look at that.
Ooh, I'm not like a big oyster guy, but those look like some good fucking oysters. Yo.
The sauce is absolutely lovely.
And then these are the grilled and baked.
So just one more time, where are these from?
2 minutes down the road, freshly picked every morning, and we get them delivered fresh every day, yeah. If you go back out to the Dock Road, you'd see the oyster farm on your left hand side, around the corner. And that's where we get them every morning. The boys deliver them. That's homemade bread.
Yeah, wow.
Baked here by Tyler.
Amazing.
Ooh, homemade bread. Where are these oysters from? Down the road. Bro, this restaurant's amazing.
Charlie makes that every morning.
This is like such a pretty little charming place, and the food fucks. I want to be here.
Well, I think you'll agree, these look absolutely stunning with a huge, great big chunk of lemon with them. These look absolutely stunning. We've also got some seaweed in there as well. Look at that. Oysters, the fruit of the sea. Wow. Now, I love oysters, but we did have a couple of chicken wings last night. Too many, maybe. So I'm a bit not sure, but this is what we're here for.
I was gonna say, like, oysters are a little tough on a full stomach. Oysters are definitely a aperitif. You know, they have a little up front. That's why it was so crazy when we were still doing a news show and all that. There's one news story of a lady who like went on a date with somebody, felt the need to like broadcast all of it on TikTok live, and ordered like 80 oysters and just were slamming them in front of him, and he just walked out, and then she was really mad that he just left. 43 oysters, thank you.
Look at the size of that.
Based.
Look at that, look. This is the Asian one, right?
Oyster lady was so funny. Ooh. Wait, did the video just like see this reaction of these guys eating this and being like, holy shit, and just thought like, this is applause? And putting the fork down was applause. That's so funny.
Ginger. Pickles. Heat. That's ginger heat, isn't it?
Oh, what? Really good, actually.
Wow. Do we have a natural one now?
You still taste it?
Did he give them the temperature test? Yeah, he put them in his mouth and said, this is the appropriate temperature for me to be eating this food at. Yum. The same way I do a temperature test whenever I eat a piece of food, where I bite into it and I go, yeah, that's about the right temperature for food.
This is natural. Probably the way I like it the most.
Yeah, man, a little lemon and a little bit of hot sauce really does work well on them.
Just a little bit. Just gives it a little bit of something, you know? There we go. Cheers, brother. It's a good health, everyone. God bless. Like and subscribe, please. Here we go. Brother.
That one was very fresh.
Oh
Very
my
fleshy.
God.
What have we got?
The world is a beautiful place, right? And in very rare occasions, the world can offer you something like that.
That's just so good. That's just such a good, just like, damn, man, I need to just take a second to really highlight. This is like so good, man.
That is a gift. That is an absolute gift from the sea. Truly delicious. Fleshy, beautiful. Did you? Wonderful, thick, deep oysters. Look at that as well. Very unique looking shell.
Deep. I like my food to be deep.
I'm an oyster connoisseur, but that's.
Go on then. I want to see you.
Ooh, okay, so that looks like it was like a little shredded up, reserved.
Suspense.
It's nice. You just don't really taste the oyster. This sort of takes away from it.
Oh yeah. I comfortably like the natural one the most.
Alright, this kind of takes away from the oyster. That long wine, that was my favourite. Because I like the heat. Nice, but if it was the order, it would be those two.
What was, but in conclusion, what a wonderful selection of oysters presented.
You escape samsara. Just for a moment, you have a moment of, you know what? Material things don't matter.
So good you escaped samsara.
It's truly like, huh, yeah, material things don't matter. The world is so full of beauty. I don't need to own anything. It's a good shell. And hey, y'all, if you aren't already following, please do. Again, I'm Ty. I stream 6 days a week. Got a pretty chill week this one coming up. Should still be a real good time. We got, how am I spacing it already? Infinite Crafter tomorrow should be fun. We're going to try and craft the Grinch. And we'll see how long it takes me to get to a Grinch. Wednesday we got WarioWare 4-player with Sebmol, Teddy Ross, and Mini Matt. Thursday we're going to be doing a little bit of Guess the Game and probably some Balatro afterwards, probably. Friday we got Content Farm Friday where we watch wild, strange YouTube videos. It's pretty great. Saturday we got a little Undernight tournament and I'm planning a little stream, something after that.
Cool places.
Big stuff coming up. My birthday's at the end of the month, so around February 28th, around there, I'm going to be doing a ton of big marathon things. So definitely be here for that. Drop a follow if you haven't already. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, birthday fairly soon. Should be a really good time. Thank you so much for hanging out. I gotta go record the podcast, which you also should check out. But I'm gonna host y'all over to Sebmol, who I'll be hanging out with again on Wednesday for some little Wario gaming with the boys.